guys, it's Mrs. Murphy, and I have Charlotte here to help me out with our lesson for today. So all month long, we have talked about kindness, showing love towards others. And we've talked about showing love and kindness towards, friends and family, maybe people that go to school with you. If you're older, maybe a coworker, things like that. But it led me to wonder, who else do I show kindness to? Do I show kindness to somebody that I don't know? To somebody I don't agree with, maybe? To somebody who has different ideas and thoughts and maybe looks different than me? Do I still show kindness to those people? It's a pretty tricky question. I know in the Bible, it talks about loving our neighbor and loving our neighbor as ourselves, which made me think a little bit, what's a neighbor? And I think we've talked about this in the past, but, is a neighbor just the person that lives next door? Or is a neighbor a little more than that? Is a neighbor, somebody that lives across the world, or somebody that lives a block over, or somebody you pass by at Wegmans? Is that a neighbor? Well, to find out some of these answers, I went to the Bible and I looked in Luke 10, 25 through 37. And in that portion of the Bible, there's actually somebody talking to Jesus and asking him that very question, saying, who are we showing kindnesses to? And do we show kindness to our neighbor? And, do we show kindness to somebody who maybe we don't know or maybe we don't even like? So Jesus illustrates this story with a parable. Now, a parable is a story used to illustrate a lesson. Okay, so let me say that again. A parable is a story that is used to illustrate a lesson. So Jesus wanted us to have this lesson. So he told us this story. Okay, now this is the parable of the Good Samaritan. So what happens first is there is a man and he is walking from Jerusalem to Jericho. And this was probably about a 17-mile trip. And this trip was on a very long road. It was hot, probably dusty. There were probably many big rocks along the side of the road. And this area where he was walking provided the perfect place for robbers. Yes, robbers, people who would take your things, and they weren't nice, they were very mean. So what happened to this guy is he was walking along and robbers came out and they hurt him. They took his clothes, they beat him up. Why don't you lay him down for me so we can illustrate that? And then they left him there close to death. They just left, went away, took his things, took his clothes. Well, that sounds pretty serious to me, but this guy was pretty lucky because people actually came along, okay? So the first person that came along is our priest. Now our priest is you gonna stick that right in front of him? There we go. He is our religious leader. That's what a priest is. He's a man that's in charge of a lot of people who believe, the Jewish people. Okay, and the next person to come along is a Levite, and a Levite is also a religious person. He's also Jewish, from the tribe of Levi, and he is not as, I'd say, high up as the priest, but he is a religious person. Okay. Now the last person is the Samaritan. And the Samaritan, who hopefully will stand up, this Samaritan was not a well-liked person. A Samaritan is something people would call maybe a mixed blood, and these are not nice terms, so please understand that. Maybe they'd call him a half-breed. He was only part one thing and part another, and therefore not many people liked the Samaritans. And also the Samaritans were pretty angry too, because I guess if I had been treated like I didn't belong or an outsider, things like that, I'd be a pretty angry person. So he's an angry person who probably has people that are angry at him. And it's not a good situation. So anyway, we'll move along.
Not a good situation.
So my question for you is, do you think any of these people stopped to help this person who was laying near dead on the side of the road? Now we have, remember, our priest, who is a religious leader, our Levite, who is also a religious person, and then we have our Samaritan, who was treated like an outsider and didn't really belong, or at least was treated like they didn't belong. Do you think any of them stopped? Charlotte, do you think any of them stopped? You don't have to say who, but do you think somebody stopped and helped?
So I think...
Wait, don't say who. Just tell me, do you think, yes or no?
Yes.
You do think somebody stopped?
Well,
Yes.
2 people.
Somebody did stop. Okay? And I'm going to give Charlotte the chance to answer. Charlotte, do you want to take a guess who you think stopped?
Yeah, I think
You
this
think?
one stopped and this one stopped.
So you think the priest and the Levite stopped to help this person on the side of the road?
But I don't think this one stopped because she was being treated mean.
Okay. Guess what? It's kind of a trick. You know what? The priest was the first one to come. The priest crossed the road on the other side and left and didn't do anything.
But I also think
Hold on, wait a second. Let's finish the story. He tried to walk on the other side as to not even go near that person. Okay. Then the Levite came by, and do you know what he did? He crossed the road on the other side, away from the man laying dead, or laying almost near death, and left. That astounds me. I feel like those people probably should have stopped. Guess who did stop? The Samaritan. The Samaritan went right up to him, bandaged him up, took him to a nearby inn, and talked to the innkeeper, told the innkeeper to, take care of him and to keep him there and to give him a place to rest, and paid the innkeeper to take care of him, and also said, if there's any more money that you need to take care of him, when I come back, I will pay that money. Wow. He didn't even know him, and he could have been mad at him. He could have been mad at everybody in general. He was a Samaritan and was not treated well. But that Samaritan stopped to help. That's crazy to me. And in that story, Jesus refers to them as being neighbors. He was treating him with love and kindness as you should treat a neighbor. So I think that a neighbor is not necessarily that person that lives right next door, but maybe it's the person that I don't agree with. Or maybe that's somebody I look a little different than, or who has different thoughts and ideas. But he stopped and helped the man when he was in need. And he went further, like Miss Elizabeth talked about last week, going further than just a little bit of kindness, but showing extra kindness by taking him to a safe place to rest and heal, and then offering to pay the bill for the expenses to do that. That is amazing. So my guess, my understanding from all this is that I should show kindness to others, and that sometimes I may need to show a kindness to somebody who I don't get along with, or I don't agree with, or I don't know, or somebody who looks different than I do. And it's not that sometimes I should show them kindness. I need to fix what I just said. I should show them kindness all the time. So let's remember that, yes, we're supposed to show love and kindness to people all around us, to what people we love, people we agree with, people in our homes, people who live next door, but take it a step further. Remember, showing love and kindness to those who are a little bit further away, maybe somebody we pass somewhere in Wegmans who is in need of something. And maybe that person doesn't look exactly like you. Maybe they look very different from you. Maybe they're older. Maybe they're younger. Maybe they are from a different place. Maybe their skin color is different. Maybe their hair looks different than yours. But we still show kindness because God created every single one of us to be special, to be beautiful, to be loved by Him. So let's remember the story of the Good Samaritan, and let's be like that Good Samaritan who stopped to say, yes, I will help you no matter what. No matter who you are, I'm going to help you. So I hope you guys learned a great deal from this story today. I sure did. I enjoyed having to dig a little deeper and think a little more about it. That was a lot of fun for me. And I enjoyed being able to work with Charlotte. So you guys have a wonderful day, and we will talk to you very soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi friends, today's activity is called Memory Verse Travel. You will need sheets of paper from this month's memory verse, a pair of scissors, and something to write with. We use sentence strips here because they were nice and big. Place the set of memory verse phrases across the room from your kiddos. Now line up on the opposite side of the room. Instruct kids to travel to their pile of memory verse phrases. We don't want to travel any ordinary way though. First, we're going to do the crab walk. Nice job, Morgan. Oh, nice ballerina feet, Morgan. Ooh, walking backwards. That was fast. There are so many different ways to travel. Which ones will you come up with? You can check out more ideas in the activity Miss Lisa sent. Here comes Morgan the polar bear. After you've retrieved all your phrases, now it's time to put them in order. Do you remember the first part of our memory verse? That was fun. We've learned a lot about kindness this month. It's important to show others they are valuable to us by the way we treat them because everyone is valuable to God. Everyone has been made in His image, so when we show kindness to others, we let them know they are important to God and to us. Kindness matters. And you matter to us. Have a great week, friends. Bye.
Colossians 3:12.
You are God's chosen people.
You are
dearly loved. Put on
tender
tender
mercy
you
and kindness
and
as if
these were your clothes. But don't be proud, be kind, be gentle, and be patient.
And Jesus replied with an illustration. A Jew going on a trip from Jerusalem to Jericho was attacked by bandits. They stripped him of his clothes. They stole his money. They beat him up and left him lying half dead beside the road. By chance, a priest came along, and when he saw the man lying there, he crossed to the other side of the road and passed him by. A temple assistant walked over and looked at him lying there, but then went on. A despised Samaritan came along. A despised Samaritan came along. And when he saw him, he felt deep pity. Kneeling beside him, the Samaritan soothed his wounds with medicine and bandaged them. Then he put the man on his donkey. He walked along beside him. Until they came to an inn. There he nursed him through the night. The next day, he handed the innkeeper 2 $20 bills and told him to take care of the man. If his bills run higher than that, he said, I'll pay the difference next time I'm here. Now Jesus asked, which of these 3 would you say was a neighbor to the bandit's victim? The man replied, the one who showed him some pity. Then Jesus said, yes, now go and do the same.
Good morning, everybody. It's Mrs. Murphy. I'm here at Edgewood Church, coming to you right from the Edge Kids Children's Ministries office. And I have 2 very cool opportunities for you. So here's what I want to let you know about. Lent has just begun, and it is not too late to get your hands on this super awesome Lent activity book. It is really cool. Inside this book, there are coloring things, there are games, there is baking. I know I have some bakers out there. There's just lots of cool stuff inside. There's stories. You want to get your hands on this. It's awesome. There are 2 ways you can get your hands on this. There are 2 ways to sign up. Is through EdgeNotes would be one. There's a link in EdgeNotes, or by going directly to our website, which is Edgewood Rock, rock as in R-O-C, so edgewoodrock.org, and then going to the events page. And if you look under the events page, you'll see a place to sign up for the Lent activity book. All right. The other opportunity is to help us support the medical workers in our church community. We have so many medical workers, people in the medical field. There's all different types of people who work in the medical field, but a lot of them come to our church, and it is so cool to have the opportunity to be able to support them. So what I'd like you guys to do is to make cards for them. Cards showing gratitude, showing kindness, showing love for all those who have worked tirelessly throughout COVID, throughout our pandemic. And I'm sure they're very tired, and I'm sure maybe even a little stressed out, and receiving a little bit of love from you guys probably would go a long way. So if you guys could make some cards, that would be awesome. And you don't have to address the card to a specific person. Just showing love to the medical community in general is a wonderful idea. Now, the way you're going to get those cards to me is this. When you sign up, this is where I get you. When you sign up to come pick up your Lent activity book, you drop off your card for one of our wonderful people that works in the medical community. All right, you got that? So when you sign up and you sign up to come pick up this book, parents, for your kiddos, have your cards with you. You can leave them here. And then myself and Miss Amanda will take all those cards and make sure they make it into the hands of some of our wonderful, wonderful, wonderful workers, medical workers, people who deserve a little bit of extra love. So hopefully you guys can do those things for me. I really appreciate it. I know others are going to appreciate it too. Have a wonderful day, everybody.
Into your eyes makes my heart come alive. Suddenly brought to life when I met you. Reaching beyond the skies, running deep, stretching wide. Perfect love realized here with you. Come on now. Now this love is for real. You will never let go. Never let go. Oh, and it's more than just words. Love beyond my control. Out of control. Hands up. This is real love. This is real love. Say this is real love. This is real love. Oh. Into your eyes makes my heart come alive. Suddenly brought to life when I met you. 1, 2, 3, jump! This is real love. This is real love. This is real love. This is real love. Oh.
Hey Edge Kids, Mr. Ephraim here. I am up here in the attic. Yup, up here in the attic of the playroom where we will be meeting for Edge Kids. Let me try and show you a little bit here. Yep, I'm up high. I'm up real high. And just stress testing the play equipment to make sure it's safe for you guys. And I thought maybe we could close our time together with a word of prayer. So let's pray real quick. God, we thank you for this time together. We thank you that we can learn about kindness, and we can learn about how to treat one another, and we can learn to care for the people that you care about, which is every single person we will ever meet. God, we ask that you help us to live lives that honor you and bring you glory. We love you and we worship you. In Jesus' name, amen. Hope you guys have a great day, and I hope that soon we will all get to gather here in this place and have some fun. God bless you.